What happens when you combine a landscape architecture education with a passion for textile social enterprise? Through my work with Anchal Project and textile artisans in India, I wondered how I could combine my background in urban spatial design with social entrepreneurship. The result, the urban textile landscape. As worldwide consciousness shifts attention to localizing holistic actions into our daily lives, it is vital to recognize everyday systems that can become more sustainable. The local food movement is the perfect example of how we can stimulate local economies, promote healthier lifestyles, and protect our environment. But what's next? What else can be done to increase our sustainability and support local markets? We believe that the next revolution is going to be a basic human necessity, our clothing. Localizing natural fibers and dyes is the next local food movement. After agriculture, the textile industry is the #1 polluter of freshwater resources on the planet. The harsh chemicals released during textile treatment and dyeing severely threaten aquatic systems and portable water, not to mention the trillions of gallons used to make them. In 1965, 95% of our clothing in a typical American closet was made in America. Today, less than 5% of our clothes are made in the United States. The offshore cost of our textiles consumption is environmentally, socially, and economically detrimental. We believe that an urban textile landscape can begin to offset the damages of the industrialized textile system by transforming long neglected vacant lots into productive landscapes, regenerating lasting textile systems in the local community. The interest of localizing textiles is evident in the insurgence of the maker movement. Projects like Fibershed in the Bay Area and Folk Fibers in Austin, Texas are creating products that connect the consumer to the field where they're grown. And Google has sheep to mow their grass, so it's time. So what is the urban textile landscape? It is a network of small-scale urban gardens that support the cultivation of plant fibers, animal fibers, and dye plants for natural textile production. These fibers can include flax, cotton, hemp, and wool. The dyes are also very many. So all this sounds great, but how do we begin? With the opportunity through lots of possibility competition, Anchal will grow natural dyes through the Dyscape project. It is immediate, fun, and a colorful way to jumpstart this movement. Dyscape's initial site will act as the network's anchor, where we will implement a demonstration dye garden that will display the potential of plants to provide natural colors to fibers. Plants you know like black-eyed Susans, weeds like Queen Anne's lace, and new plants you might not know about like madder, who give a great red. The site is located in Portland at the corner of North 17th Street and Portland Avenue. And in addition to plants, the new infrastructure introduced will consist of raised planter beds, a dye house, a pergola that will serve as the outdoor classroom, and space for drying material. Long-term, Dyscape will provide an income stream for participants, enhance ecological balance, strengthen the local economy, and educate the community about sustainable textile practices. In order to do this, our little lot is not going to do it. So substantial yields for marketable dye material, we have to expand. And this Dyscape project, our anchor, is only the first step. It is meant to be duplicated and replicated throughout Louisville's vacant properties and in people's yards. The basic idea is that a community of growers will work with the Dyscape to grow and harvest plants, while Anchal would purchase the raw material for over-dyeing our own quilts, like what I'm wearing right now, or we would sell the raw material to local artists, makers, and designers. The structure of Dyescape will be modeled after a community garden cooperative in collaboration with Louisville Grows and Urban Growers Cooperative. We will be introducing a membership program with them, and growers will be provided a small plot and long-term with seeds and educational training on plants. So imagine the number of people that could be affected by a local textile movement. Agriculture businesses, urban growers, makers, artists, designers, shop owners, and ultimately shoppers who will put their money back into the local economy. So we've been pretty busy this summer implementing the first steps of our project in Portland. In these slides you can see we graded the site and poured concrete for our dye house / shed, and carried very heavy, long 30-foot planting beds. So it's an adventure through rain. And here's where we are right now. So we're super close to finishing. Our last volunteer day is October 25th, if you're interested in getting involved. And we'll be planting our first plants, some perennials, so super low maintenance. And we use reclaimed barnwood on the side. So how can you contribute to a sustainable textile system? Read about where your clothes come from, pay attention to your labels and how they're made. Forage for your own natural Dyescape. Support hemp production in Kentucky and be socially and environmentally conscious about your purchases. Shop local and fair trade like Anshaw, and volunteer. So ultimately together we can bring economic, environmental, and social benefits of natural textile culture to the community of Louisville and become the national leader in the next sustainable movement. Thank you.